Hi everyone.
Hi.
This is Laura.
This is Cecilia.
And this is the Yarn Mews podcast.
I like that.
Yeah, thanks.
That's nice. You've been practicing, you've been taking classes.
You know. What can I say? It just comes naturally.
Yeah.
So it's been a few weeks since we filmed. The last time we filmed anything was at Market.
It was in Cleveland.
In Cleveland a few weeks ago, but I didn't get that posted until, I don't know, like the 5th of July or something like that. I don't know.
Because you're the worst.
Slacker.
Yeah. You
But
think we had stuff going on or something.
what? What you're talking about? Yes, we had to get back from Market.
Yes.
And then we had our Cloud 9 knitting retreat, which was a long weekend. And then it was the holiday week.
Yes, it was.
So, yeah, lots of stuff going on.
It's crazy.
Hey, thanks everybody for responding so positively when we said, should we not do the podcast anymore? Really appreciate all the nice things that were said. I have to say, I still haven't made a decision. Or, maybe we film less often. I don't know.
But I
mean, June is really hard because we were.
Busy.
I was traveling a ton, and we had Market and events and all that kind of stuff. And maybe it'll slow down now. So
a little mellow.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Although I will be editing this at my cabin again this weekend, which is what I did for the last podcast. And sometimes it's really good, like last one, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Janine. But this one, I mean, the time before that, not so much. So hopefully it'll be good this weekend.
Difficult, lemon difficult.
Yeah. Maybe it's not lemon difficult. Maybe it's...
No, that's actually a line from a movie.
Oh, funny.
It's from In the Loop.
I don't know what that is. What's that?
It's a movie that is about this British guys trying to deal with some sort of American thing. They're in DC anyway. And it stars that Peter Capaldi, I think that's how his name is pronounced, the guy who was Doctor Who, the last Doctor Who. And he's the one, he's the ambassador or whatever his job is. And his little lackey's like, no, it's going to be easy peasy lemon squeeze. He's like, no, it's going to be difficult, lemon difficult. And it's just, I love that line.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Speaking of watching things, now I could just go on and on about this kind of stuff. I mean, about different things to watch. But just one thing, if you haven't seen it yet, watch the clips from the heavy metal knitting competition in Finland.
Was
oh my
it
God.
Good?
Hilarious.
Oh, I haven't seen them yet, so I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, they're really funny.
I knew it was going to happen. So
yeah. Second thing that if you want to watch something, because I really want to see this, and I was hoping we were going to go last night, but it didn't happen, is the movie Yesterday. Have you heard about this?
yes.
Oh my
terrible.
God, the eye roll. I think it sounds fun.
Yeah, well,
So I'm planning on going to see that.
you can go see that all you want.
Thank you. I shall. Probably just once.
Probably.
I
Yep.
did go and see, I went and saw Toy Story 4 with my 20-somethings on the, 6th or something of July. That was fun. That was cute.
Yeah.
It was better than the second one for sure. Maybe not as good as the third one.
Oh, you're funny. Okay.
The second one's just not memorable. I don't know. I remember the third one.
Yeah.
Definitely remember the first one because, how many times did I watch that with the kids?
Yeah.
And now, I thought this one was pretty good.
We went and saw the first one with free ticket preview.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because we knew who Pixar was, and we were very excited.
Very nice.
So, brought my oldest niece, no, not my oldest niece, my second oldest niece.
Cool.
Then a little kid was crying through a good half of it when the toys got lost.
Aww.
Awesome. It's like, take the kid out, man. It's like, tell him it's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
There was that.
Yeah. I feel bad for Woody in this one. He's neglected,
Yeah.
not loved.
Well,
Happens to us all.
Happens-
No, doesn't.
yeah,
No.
happens to some people.
The toys, yes.
To toys. And some people,
Yeah.
sadly.
Yes. So, what you working on?
I am working on the Foxtrot cardigan.
I did one of those.
You did do one of these. And I am not a voracious enough knitter to have gotten it done in 4 days.
This was the 4-day sweater knit along by Olive Knits, also known as Marie Green, who's written a couple of books.
There it is.
So cute.
I'm doing mine in NYX. And it's fabulous.
Who is Nyx by and what fiber content?
NYX is by Outlaw, our friends in Australia,
New Zealand.
New Zealand, whichever. And it is wool and silk.
It's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we can't get it anymore.
No, yes.
So if you want
Wool,
some,
and
come get it while you can.
No, it's already it's on sale. You have to buy it online.
Oh, that's right.
You can go to our website.
Yes, you can
Or
go to our
Steals
deals.
and Deals.
Yes, deals and steals section and pick it up there for 25% off right now. And if you want it, that's the only way you can buy it. You can pick it up in store, but you can't come in and say, "Can we see that?"
Yeah.
Because it's up high and it's hard to get to. So,
No.
but it's lovely.
It is lovely. I'm liking it a lot.
So it looks like you just are starting with the lace section.
Yes. So I'm finally to the fun part. I've realized I don't like raglan, top-down raglans because of all these increases. It just bores me to tears.
Well, that's funny because Kate Atherley, who was teaching for Cloud9, and I took a class with her at Market, and so did you, doesn't like raglans because she doesn't think they fit people well.
Yeah, I think there's people they fit just fine. She always looks good in them.
Yeah. I don't look good in raglans because, the girls. The girls are big. And
I think
they
the
get
thing is that
accentuated.
the Shane always adjusts.
Yeah.
She does maths because her tops are different than her lowers. So, so yeah. But I think that's just math, and I just like that she said that mainly because it's like, well, they look really good on men.
Kate said that?
No, I say that.
Oh.
Raglans look good on men.
But I think she was talking
but
about
she says-
women.
but she doesn't say women.
No, but I
She
think that's
said-
what she meant.
Yes, she implied that. But
Yeah.
she said nobody looks good in them. Well, that's like half the population would look good in them.
Yeah.
So obviously it's not nobody,
Yeah. It's like baseball shirts, right? I mean, I think
I
baseball
actually-
players look fine in them, but
I
I look terrible in them.
always rather look good in those, as long as they're not too tight.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends on who you are.
The body type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like anyone should say no one should knit something. It's just me.
I know, but I'm not going to spend time knitting a raglan because
Well,
for myself because I know it's not going to
You
look good
know
on me.
you don't like it,
Yeah.
and that's different.
Speaking of that, fit things. So I'm taking a class. I've been taking a lot of classes at Treadle Yard Goods, which is a fabric store here in town. And just because of my shoulder issue, I haven't been able to knit as much. So I've been picking up on the sewing and doing that. And I am taking a fit class right now, how to make your, how to adjust patterns so that they fit your body better. And it's interesting because I know some of the stuff already from knitting, but knitting is so forgiving because it stretches and
Yeah.
forms to your body more than like woven fabric like this dress. And so the first class last week, we picked our patterns, and she suggested that you pick a pattern that's already fitted somehow. So like I picked a pattern that has bust darts, which first of all, I realized as I was fitting this that I don't have a lot of fitted clothes. I just don't wear fitted clothes. I wear loose clothes. So I had to sew a muslin this weekend, which is basically cheap fabric. It's just down and dirty. You're just slapping it together. You cut out the pieces with the adjustments that we made to the pattern, sew it together, so you can try it on and go, oh, well, I need to do this, I need to do that, to make it fit. it was so freaking tight I could hardly get it off. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot more fitting that needs to happen here. Because, well, first of all, yeah, used to not wearing fitted items.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's just tight. And I knew it was going to be tight because we didn't adjust the bust darts at all.
Yeah.
And we're going to need to do that.
Yeah.
It was also tight through the shoulders. I found out that I have broad shoulders, which I didn't. I always thought I had narrow shoulders. And I think because they slope so much.
Yeah.
But no. And my back is broad because I have a little roundedness to it.
Do you have an hump?
I do, actually. See right there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
So it was really tight. When I tried to go like this, it was really tight back there as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to go tonight, and I'll have to make another muslin. Oh my God, it's like cutting out is the worst part of sewing, right?
Yes.
And you have to cut out 3 times if you're making 2 muslins. Don't like that part of it.
You know,
but then I'll hopefully have a dress that fits.
This, it's the measure twice, cut once sort of thing where you're really measuring when you're cutting. It's the
right.
You know.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if hopefully the dress actually fits in the end.
Yeah.
And even though I don't wear fitted stuff, it's gonna it will help me with things like, I mean, I do have a couple of dress or tunic patterns that I want to make that are they're not drop shoulder, they're set in sleeves, so it will help with with that and changing the pattern so it fits here.
Yeah.
So with this pattern, we had to increase the width of the shoulders by almost an inch on both sides, but we didn't change the armhole shape. I mean which changes the armhole, right? But we didn't change the fit-in sleeve cap, which I found a little interesting. I said, why aren't we doing that? She said, don't worry about it. We'll adjust it next time if we need to. And sure enough, I think we need to, because the back is to this, I can't remember now. The sleeve didn't need to be gathered as much on the back anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm enjoying sewing.
It's good.
Although I did get a cortisone shot in my shoulder, so I'm able to knit a little bit more.
Can you talk about what
I cannot talk about what I'm working on.
Don't even look at her.
Don't
look at her.
Just ignore my hands.
Shut your eyes.
Just
listen to our dulcet tones.
Yeah, this is, I can just tell you, because I'm not going to show you it, and it's really, you can't see anything. I'm working on the Progressive East End project sample for the store, so
exciting.
I need to have it done, obviously, by the 27th. Actually, before that, because I got to get all I do all the photographs and PDFs for the different stores. Well, they send me their photographs, and then I put them in a document that says which store it's from, what yarn they used, all that kind of stuff. So I will need to have it done in time to get all of that stuff ready so it can go out on the website and in our newsletters on the 27th.
27th.
Not on the website, Facebook. That's what I meant. Facebook page. Progressive East End Project, or
Yeah,
PEEP.
the interwebs.
Yeah.
And it goes the 27th through what?
The 4th of August.
The 4th of August. Okay.
So
that's good. Good to know.
I kind of feel like we've talked about this before, but just in case you don't remember, 5 stores on the east side of the Twin Cities, and you go from store to store to pick up a piece of the pattern and a mini skein. We'll have both a knit pattern and a crochet pattern this year. And you pick up the mini skein and your piece of the pattern, and then you choose a main color from one of the stores. Yeah. That's why we're all making samples, so that you can see the main color that we've chosen in the actual item.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
It is fun.
Kind of different. So
yeah, kind of relax. You can kind of come whenever, and
yeah, you got 10 days to go around, so plenty of time to check all the stores out, and you don't have to do it all in one day. And
Don't have to rush. And
yeah, I mean, the first year we did run out, but I don't think anybody ran out of the mini skeins last year. We had plenty on hand, so I think we'll be good this year as well.
yeah, I mean, it's a learning curve.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if somebody or any of us do run out of main color or our mini skein, we'll happily special order for you, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So that's what I know about events coming up. I know I'm going back out of the cabin this weekend. It's going to be in the 80s.
Lucky
and
you.
No AC. Well, I take that back. I have a window unit in our bedroom.
Well, there you go. You just sit up in your bedroom.
Except this is the thing. That room, facing west, upstairs, it gets to be like 95 degrees. Yes, we have a little thermometer in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll turn the AC on and it'll take a while for it to cool down.
Yeah. Well, this weekend I'm going to New Mexico.
It'll be even hotter there.
Well,
but not
no.
humid.
Be no humidity practically.
Yeah.
And it's not hot where I'm going. I mean,
Because you're up in the mountains.
we're in the mountains, so it's like in the 70s or 80s. It's not, but it's not like here where you walk out and it's like soup. It'll be dry.
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't feel that hot.
That's
So,
good.
Yeah, this should be all right.
What are you going to do while you're there?
Hopefully we'll go down to Meow Wolf in Santa Fe.
Meow Wolf?
Meow Wolf. It's an art exhibition gallery sort of thing that was started by George R. R. Martin of the Game of Thrones fame, because that's where he lives. He lives in Santa Fe, and he worked with these artists to. It's an interactive art thing.
Cool.
So, like, my daughter and her boyfriend are down there right now, and she sent a picture of her boyfriend Connor going into a dryer.
Okay.
So it's like basically you go in there and then you come out a different room. It's apparently a lot of fun. I have not gotten to go yet, so I'm hoping we get to do that. And I don't know. I'm gonna attempt to run, which will be a big step to run.
Altitude.
Yeah, at that altitude. So we'll see if I can do it.
And you need lots more water, girl.
Yes, I know. So it probably won't be.
Cecilia had an episode recently while she was running that Shane believes, and probably she's right, but Cecilia went to the doctor and didn't even tell him about this episode. But she ran 6 miles. She didn't have any water with her.
No, I did not.
That's no,
Yeah,
girl.
I wasn't thinking.
And you gotta have those electrolyte gummies or gels or something, and have those too.
On Sunday, I went out again, and I had water with Pocari Sweat in it, which is a Japanese electrolyte drink. And so it was better, but then I ran out of that because it was 1 billion degrees on Sunday.
It's really hot yesterday.
And so then I had to stop at Kowalski's because I brought money this time.
That was smart too.
Yeah, and so I got a liter of water, and then I continued on my merry way.
Yeah.
So I did 6.4 miles.
Good
Not
for
all
you.
running, but it was. Yeah. I was out for a long time, and it was really hot.
Yes.
And I felt like crap afterwards.
I'm sure.
So.
But the Pocari Sweat or whatever it is, does it come in little packets?
Yeah, you mix it with water.
I know, but does it come in little packets? Because you can carry a packet with you.
Yeah.
Then when you get more water, you can add that to it.
Yeah, and I probably should have. It didn't occur to me that I would run out because I normally don't drink that much when I'm out.
Right. But when you get up into those higher distances, you have to do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So that's, it was fine. It was, I didn't feel like I was going to collapse anywhere, so that was good.
that's good because the last time she did.
I almost collapsed. I almost died at the Caribou.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's all right though. It's all good.
It's all good. I should show you guys the other thing that I'm knitting on right now.
Yes.
Well, not right this second, obviously. But, so I'm making this scarf.
I think that's awfully pretty.
This is out of Unique Cotton, and this yarn does the striping all by its lonesome. So this is a super easy scarf. Actually, this is called the Easy Scarf by Diane Augustin. It's just increasing on both sides. Right, increasing. Yeah, it's bias. Yeah, I won't even try to explain it, but you can look up the pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. So I started this at Cloud 9. As you get wider, the stripes are going to get narrower because
that's how striping yarn works.
Yeah. So, and these are the colors that we have, although there are more colors that we don't have, but we can
They're
get.
beautiful.
Aren't they fun? Mm-hmm. This is the one that I'm doing the scarf out of. I think it'd be fun on all of them.
This one that looks like berries.
That one.
Yeah. Very nice.
So yeah, that's a fun thing to work on because with striping yarn, you just want to see what's going to happen next. When's that next color going to come up? And yeah, it's kind of fun that way. Here's what's left of my skein. Cool. I pull from the inside, so I've got a big hole. It's a bracelet. Oh, and also I should talk, since I've got my hands over here by all this stuff. Our winner for our last podcast was Darcy C.
Yay,
I don't know who
Darcy.
Darcy C is. I will send you a message on YouTube. You'll have to let me know if you want to pick up your item in store or have us ship it to you. And what you won, because we didn't have anything chosen last time, now I'm realizing I don't have anything to show. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't know what you won yet. I'll figure that out, Darcy C. But next time, winner was going to receive 4 balls of nature spun worsted.
Nice.
There's a worsted. And
I have a felt tea cozy I made out of that.
And we have a couple of Cloud 9 retreat bags, so you're going to get one of those. Actually, Darcy, you'll probably get one of these too. But then I got to figure out what's going inside your bag.
But there'll be something fabulous inside of it.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. All the
Absolutely.
fabulous things.
So again, as always, if you want to be entered, just make a comment under the video on our YouTube channel. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There it is again.
There it is again.
Yeah. Oh, and we got to show these things too. So these are a couple of classes that are coming up that aren't actually on the schedule yet because I haven't had time to get them on, but they will be. This is Madeline, and it is a big shrug with lovely lace on it. Mm-hmm. And this is made.
Coony look.
Yeah. This is made out of Noro Silk Garden Solo. So.
And we just got a little thing about Noro.
Oh yeah, tell them.
And I discovered that all of their wool is organic. They use polwarth, and there's no, what's the mucilin?
No mulesing.
Mulesing. I don't know why I always want to put the other thing in there. Sorry.
Look it up if you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's really disgusting.
It's gross. And again, Mr. Noro picks the colors every year. He still runs the company. He's 74. He does an hour walk every morning and every evening. So he'll be around for a while probably.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty cool thing. And they've worked very hard to get their yarns softer.
Yeah, that's been a complaint for a long time, is that their yarns are scratchy. They don't use merino. Merino, and I know we've talked about this before, merino is super soft, which is what everybody seems to want. But it also has that you lose some things because of the softness. Mm-hmm. You lose the sturdiness of the fiber. I made a pair of socks. My bad. Made a pair of socks out of 100% merino, and I ran through them in less than a week. I wore them twice. Yeah. It just has certain things that it's not really great for.
Yeah, it's really not great for socks. Even sock yarn is not great for socks.
Even when you have nylon in or use reinforcing thread.
Yeah.
Although, we do have a yarn coming soon that we talked about on the podcast that's 100% merino, but because it's got
because of the
The
spin.
3 S twists and the 1 Z twist, it's much sturdier. So, you know, there are things that can be done to make it more sturdy, but in general, there are so many other sheep breeds out there that are beautiful, like Polworth, which is in this, and in Cecilia's Outlaw Knits. Beautiful yarn and much sturdier.
Yeah, and I think it's quite soft. I mean, I don't have any problem with the Polworth. Right. It's not my favorite. My favorite's BFL, but then again, that is me.
Yeah. I like BFL too. BFL stands for Blue-Faced Leicester. It's a British sheep breed. So,
yeah, but they're beautiful.
And speaking of which, our house brand yarn is Blue-Faced Leicester and nylon. It's a sock weight, fingering weight yarn. And we just got a new shipment today. We haven't even opened the box yet, so yay! Sometimes it takes a really long time to get these shipments from our mill, so we're very happy that this is
finally here.
Yeah, I keep wanting to develop either a DK or a worsted with her, but it just takes so long to get the stuff. I just don't know about doing it. And there's so many yarns out there that are
It would
fun.
be nice to have ours, that we could have our colors and have all the funds.
I know. And she doesn't respond to emails all that quickly. So, you know, I email her and then I wait a couple of weeks or maybe 3 or maybe a month before she responds. And then it takes me a little bit of time to email back. And then it takes her another month. And then, you know, so all of a sudden I started working with her on developing a DK or worsted probably in January, and here it is July and nothing's happened. So, because I think the last thing I sent her was, well, I'm kind of interested in maybe doing an all U.S., you know, so a U.S. sheep. What can you get for us? Can you get us BFL that's U.S., which is probably not likely, or but can you get us a Polworth, or can you get us a Cormo, or what other options are there? And I haven't heard back from her yet. So anyway,
And then we get this other one. This is
this is Tegna.
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 I always want to say Tegan because that was a companion on Doctor Who in the 70s. She was a stewardess. I believe she was Australian.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It was quite shocking. But anyway, it's always so great on Doctor Who because back in the day, the companions just wore whatever they were picked up in. And, you know, there was no wardrobe changes.
Oh, funny.
And so she would just go around in her stewardess outfit, you know, on all the other planets. It was like, you know, eventually she got to change her clothes. It was quite exciting, but it was, you know, now they do it all the time because things change. But I suspect the BBC did not have a ton of budget for it.
Yes.
So anyway, Tegna. Yeah. I think this is very pretty.
It's very pretty, and this one's made out of polka dot sheep, tenderfoot 80-20, which is an 80% merino wool and 20% nylon. And Shelley did this, and we'll be teaching a class on it sometime as soon as I get my act together and
get it out there.
Get it out there. Yep.
It'll be
but
a
it's
fun
very
class,
pretty. I love that purple color.
Yeah, that purple's gorgeous.
Another one with a little bit of lace.
Yeah, be great for you think about starting off some lace stuff or.
And I think it's top.
No, it's bottom up.
It's bottom up. Okay.
Yep, there's seams.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's bottom up, but in the round, and then flat.
And it's that kind of boxy shape that I love.
Yeah, no, I really like that one. I think that's darling.
Yeah.
I might make that one. We'll have to see. I've got so many things I'm in the middle of now that I need to finish some things and then I can think about.
Hey, speaking of finishing things, nice segue, huh?
She's a professional.
How's your How's your book bingo going?
I have, let's see, I think I've only done like 5 or 6.
I think that's what I've done too. I think I've done 6.
Yeah. So, but
although I'm almost done with 1.
I'm almost done with flu, so that'll be.
That's a good one, isn't it?
It's very good, yeah.
Flu is a book about the flu epidemic, and it's
1918. And
it's not just about that.
Yeah, it's finding the cause of it. They're trying to find the actual virus. So, and so it's very interesting. And so and kind
of scary.
It is scary. I mean, it's funny because I just finished them talking about the bird flu, and I totally remember when that happened because our company, because it was a giant corporation, they actually made us all do the contingency thing of, if X amount of people were out due to illness, who's going to do what, and how, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was a thing.
Yeah.
So it is very scary.
Yeah.
To think about stuff like that.
So what book have you finished that you're really glad to get through? Or a book that you're about to finish soon?
I finished the Iliad over the weekend.
That's what I was thinking you were going to say.
Although I will say it was an excellent translation. I mean, I don't think you could find a better translation of it because it was very modern feeling,
Yeah.
But it was so violent. And then, of course I knew the story, but then I thought it included Achilles' death, which it did not. Achilles did not die in it. It didn't have the Trojan horse. It was just a lot of fighting, and then Achilles killing Hector. 4,000-year-old spoiler alert. Honestly, if you don't know the story by now, it's your fault. I'm sorry.
Good.
But and I'm like, wait a second. So I think there must have been more that never got saved. That. And then I always think, God, I can't imagine sitting and listening to this, and how many nights it would have taken for Homer or whoever was, doing it to perform this, So it's the things I think about.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm glad to be done with it because it took me a long time. And it was just a lot of slogging.
I have to say, I'm going to be really glad to be done with The Great Railway Bazaar by Paul Theroux. I'm pretty sure I read this before, back in the 70s or early 80s. Although back then I wasn't writing down which books I had read.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I'm pretty sure I read that. But it's really dated because it was written in the 70s. His goal was to take a train from London to Japan and back again. And he went through, Yugoslavia, Turkey, Vietnam, India. I mean, not obviously in that order.
Did he take the Orient Express?
He did. He took the Orient Express, but not the whole way because that only goes to Turkey.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's really interesting because he's a really good observer of other people. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, it's just really long. I mean, I don't think it is a super long book, but it seems really long.
That's the thing I've learned with book bingo, that the number of pages isn't always indicative of how long it feels when you're reading it.
Yeah.
Because I've read books that only had like 128 pages. It's like, oh my God, when is this ever going to end?
Right, exactly.
And so it's always, that's one of the things I actually enjoy about book bingo, is that discovering that just because.
Oh, yeah, like Candide.
Yeah, like Candide. I'm glad you read that because I had it at home on my TBR, and when you were like talking about like, nope, taking it right off. Off it goes.
No, and I did finish Macbeth over the 4th of July weekend, which, I'm really glad I chose. I dislike reading or listening to Shakespeare. I think his stories are great, but the language always gives me fits.
Problems.
I mean, I can't listen to it.
No.
And I don't like seeing a play of it. I've seen several. Because I have a hard time with the language. My translation or the copy that I had nice notes on the left-hand page, and on the right-hand page was the play, so I could stop and go, what the heck did that mean? That kind of thing.
That's always nice when they have that right there.
But I was glad that I picked it because, it's not even a 3-hour play, right?
No, it's like his shortest play.
So it didn't take me that long, and I read some of the notes at the beginning and some of the notes at the end, but I didn't read all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to know about the history of the production.
No.
You know,
I
where it
never
showed
care
and when
about
and
that.
who, what the actors were. And like,
Here's a bunch of dead people
Yeah, I
you
don't
know. Yeah.
but I was glad. I was glad I got through that.
Yeah, I've never had any problem reading Shakespeare, so I have read a lot of Shakespeare. In college, I did an entire class on Shakespeare
Okay,
plays.
that's not anything I would have done.
That was the class where I had, it wasn't a tape recorder, it was just a player, because
Yeah.
it was the 90s, and that's what you had. And so I was listening to, just music before the class started, and the professor, who, God love him, was so full of himself. He just was the pompous. He was exactly what you'd think of when you thought Shakespearean professor.
Right.
And he comes up, he taps on my desk and goes, there's only like 20 of us in this class because it was an advanced class. And he goes, I'd prefer it if you not record my classes. I'm like, dude, you do not say anything worth recording. I can write down everything you say if I need to. And I'm like,
Did you say that?
no, I said, it's just a player. He's like, oh, well, okay then. And it's like,
Now, here's my story about Shakespeare. So I studied at the University of Cambridge in England for a year, and I went over in the summer to take a course there on British literature. It was just part of a requirement of this exchange program that I was doing. And as part of that, we read plays and books and all sorts of things. And we went to Stratford-on-Avon to see a play.
yeah.
And which, fine, great. It's a Shakespeare play. At that point, I guess I didn't know too much about Shakespeare, but, not that I know too much about him now. But, I did see Shakespeare in Love, so come on.
Yeah, it's the same thing, I'm sure.
So, we go to see King Lear.
Oh my goodness.
And we're in the back row, so couldn't even see the stage all that great. And, slogging through this thing, I kind of know, I can tell what's going on, but I'm not getting all the nuances of the language.
Yeah.
And the lights go up, we all get up, and we file out, and I go, oh, thank God that's over. My classmates turns to me and goes, it's the intermission. I'm like, damn it.
You got a whole nother 3 hours of
Oh my
this.
God. Yeah. Not my thing.
Oh, yeah, and Lear's a hard one.
Yeah. And then I saw another play in London. I don't remember which play I saw, so obviously wasn't very memorable.
I don't like his comedies, just mainly because the comedy is so dated. And I don't understand how people can even do them, Yeah. It's like, it's sort of like listening to old-time radio shows, and I can listen to all the spy ones, and I can listen to the cop ones, and, the dramas, but once you get to the comedies, it's like, oh my God, how did people laugh at this? And then they'll have like a little laugh track, and or they'll have a live audience there, and it's like, why are you laughing? That's not even funny.
Yeah.
I don't understand, And it's just, comedy doesn't always translate over the years,
Right.
Because...
Well, I do remember we must have read Macbeth in high school, or parts of Macbeth, because I do remember the boil, toil and trouble, or whatever it is. That whole witches scene. So
Yeah,
and that's
although
in Macbeth.
That's also Bradbury uses it in one of his.
No, I know it was.
Okay, you remember reading that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although they think that part was added later, that it wasn't actually Shakespeare who put it in there.
Yeah.
That it was like a,
Yeah, they
some
expanded the
effect.
witches
Yeah.
thing for the audience.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
they'd know what's going on or whatever.
Right. So you also have some yarn in front of you.
I do.
That you can show off.
We got this Malabrigo cotton, which is gorgeous. Is it 100% Pima?
100% Pima. Yep.
Yes, and it is called Verano. And my hands are not as big as Laura's, so look at all those beautiful colors. Oh, and there's this. What?
We kind of went with the tonals. I mean, you can see like in that pink, it's not a solid.
Grab that one from the middle.
It's not a solid, it's a tonal, so that's kind of fun.
Except
and then we got this one that's
look how cute that is.
multicolored.
So anyway, this would be great for whatever you need cotton for. Make a great little t-shirt or a tank top or a little summer shawlette.
All sorts of things. Worsted weight.
It's worsted weight. And it says hand wash, dry flat. Oh,
I would try, I mean, you do a swatch and try machine washing it. I think it should be fine.
I suspect it'd be okay.
So,
but it'd also be nice for, you know, like a nice little dish towel.
yeah.
Have you ever made that dish towel from Mason-Dixon?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's like it decreases, so it does the triangle thing, right? So it's, and you just go up and decrease in the middle.
Yeah.
The center decreases, and then it has stockinette sections and garter sections, and then you get to the top, and you have a few left, and you knit a tab, and then you can put it on your stove. I went through a little phase where I made several of them.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like something you would do.
Well, you know, it was a thing you could give to people, and they'd use it. It was, you know.
Yeah, useful.
Yeah, and I did one that was like a Halloween theme. It was black and orange. You know, I striped it because you
why
can,
not?
because the pattern works for that.
Yeah.
So,
Very fun.
and because then Halloween.
Yeah.
People love Halloween.
Lots of people do.
You know, but I'm pretty sure it's free on their website.
Yeah.
I have the book because
Which book?
it is Mason-Dixon knitting. No, it's the first one, whatever that is. It's not
Just
the
probably Mason-Dixon knitting.
Knitting, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second one is the knitting outside the lines.
Cool.
But I have both their books. I think they're quite fabulous.
And you have several of their
They're little books.
little books, which are
Yes.
called
They're field guides.
field guides. Yeah.
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 I have several of those too because I like them.
Maybe that's something we should give Darcy as a field guide.
That would be fabulous. It's a good thing to have.
It would be. Well, I don't have anything else to talk about other than I got lots of catching up still to do.
Me too.
I mean, because we were gone so much, Cecilia was at the retreat the whole weekend, and then we were both gone, however many days that was on, a week or
Market,
something
yeah.
at market. So we've both been playing catch up like crazy.
So much work.
Yes.
You
Yes. Lots of paperwork.
know? Yep.
So, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
No.
That's it.
We're all talked out.
Yep.
So,
And I'm getting hungry. So, bye. Bye.